I've got an upgrade. The OEX Hyena II, and it is an upgrade, and I'll tell you why it's an upgrade, because my previous tent and my only tent has been this, which is barely fitting in the bag right now. This is what is it? Ozark Trail 2-person dome tent. Ozark Trail is Asda's brand of camping equipment, and I've used this for 5 years. And I keep saying it costs 40 quid, but I looked it up, and actually it's £22. So for the last 5 years, I have been camping, wild camping, with a tent that costs £22. And it has served me incredibly well. But the OEX Hyena II, this is a substantial upgrade. A £20 tent to a £60 tent, that's 3 times the tent quality in theory. I've heard a lot of mixed things about this tent in particular, but this is the one I've gone for. I looked at the Fox, but I thought I'm gonna go for this because I want it to be a tent with a reasonably high ceiling and a little bit of floor space so that I can have my dog in and he can curl up and not have to worry about it. So yeah, I was expecting it to be smaller. It's like the same size, if not a little bigger. What I really wanted was a tent I could just put in my 65-litre rucksack. Well, let's try it, hang on, this might be doable. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff in there at the minute. I got like my whole camping setup. No, hang on, yeah. That fits in there perfectly. Look at that. That's beautiful, it's exactly what I want. Hang on a minute. I didn't actually have my sleeping mat in there. That's fine. Everything else is in there. I've got 2 gas canisters in there. I've got my stove in there, pack away jackets and stuff. Yeah, that's great. It's also got these straps on the front, which I'm pretty sure are meant to be used to fasten the bag to like the front of a rucksack. Yeah, like that. So it's got that as well. That isn't something that I had with the Asda Basics tent. Archie, you're gonna stay inside for this one, I'm sorry, mate. Oh, I feel so bad for him. Yeah, so straight away you can feel the difference in like material quality. OEX compared to Asda. Yeah, with the Asda tent, you put the pegs through the inner thing and then the fly sheet then clips onto it. Not the case here. Archie's just staring at me from inside. He'll be coming out soon. So this is one of the big issues people have with this tent is fiberglass poles, but that's the same on the other one. And they did break, but then they did also endure like crazy Peak District winds. So there is that. Oh yeah, that's stiff. Problem is our soil is like 100% clay. It's just fully clay. It's barely rained the last few days. We got a good amount of rain today, but it's not enough. It's still like crazy dry, this soil. But yeah, I can see those tent pegs already starting to bend. So they're not gonna last long. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting. Obviously the bag, but also in terms of height here. This is definitely taller than the other one. Oh, the porch zips up, I didn't realise that. That's really cool. Yeah, it's quite roomy actually. Nice, I like the little windows. I like the fact the porch zips up because that was always a concern with your stuff getting wet with the other one. All right, let's get this in. There are these little hooks, and I don't know what they're meant to clip onto. Yeah, all I can think is here, but that doesn't seem right. Well, let's try that. Okay, let's keep those vents open. And I'm not going to bother with the guy ropes just yet. It's just a ridiculous amount of space. Probably going to pitch that a little bit flatter. Well, I mean, I guess in the other tent I could fully stretch my legs out. So it's like roughly the same size in terms of like, that's really weird. Isn't that weird? But I get into a tent and then I start talking loud. I was talking quiet because I still feel a little bit embarrassed doing videos like in front of my neighbours and that. Which is silly, we've been living here for a year and I've been making videos for bloody, wow, almost 2 decades. So, but this is like, let me sit up. This is me, just sitting up. So my head does touch the top. I could probably pull this a little bit wider, because this is like, there's a lot of wrinkles here. I mean, I bought this for wild camping. It's not exactly, I wanted to get a green one, specifically because my other one is like grey and bright orange, and it does just not blend in. So a green one blends in a little bit better. But it's not exactly inconspicuous. Oh, yeah, I'm already having issues with that. That's one of the things I've seen people talk about, is this bit of fabric here, so that your zips always end up in the same place. But I wanna zip all the way around. So that's really frustrating to be zipping, and then suddenly it stops. Let's get the mat pumped up. I really like that porch. I really like the fact you can seal it up. I like the fact it's got windows, and you can keep your stuff sort of dry without having to keep it in the tent. And it zipping up makes it just feel a little bit more like it's part of the tent than out in the elements. Whoopsie. I was going to get Archie in here to see how he fits in, because I bought this one specifically rather than the Fox, so there would be space for him. But we went on a very muddy wall today, and I don't want him to wreck this yet. I'm sure he will at some point get it incredibly muddy in here, but for now I'm going to leave him inside. So it's long, it's not tall. I keep having to bend down like crazy. And then, oh, another OEX Drift 700, 2-season. This is not very good, but it does pack away very, very small, and that's why I bought it. And I bought it from Go Outdoors, and it was already ripped, so that is also annoying. And I don't really fit in it either, but whatever. It'll do. I'm pressed right up against the side. I think if you wanted to fit 2 people in here, you're going to get a face full of tent all night. But that's okay. There's lots of quality control issues, like just threads hanging down. Part of this was frayed at the bottom. You know, I guess that's what you get with a budget tent, isn't it? It's just so long. I just can't believe how long it is. I can't believe how it felt from the outside. It looks tall, but inside it's just long. It just feels so long. Oh, you can just chill out with this. Yeah, so in my head I'm thinking, would I be better served by a Fox than this? I don't know. It's just massive. I thought I was buying a tent and I actually got a mansion. I might sleep in this tonight and then give a full review tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see. I'm happy for now. I love this porch area. I just love this porch area with the windows. Oh, that's another key thing. It has a hook at the top. I bought something new that I'm really excited about. It's so dumb. You're gonna be like, why are you excited about that? But I am excited about it. Oh, I had a weird moment then. I just saw a foot protruding from the tent and it was my shoe. I was like, whoa, what the hell? Okay, so check this out. This is so dumb. But I always find when I've gone camping, I either get too hot and I've got like, I have to use my phone light. So I bought this, which is a fan and a light, and it's got a hook on it, and it's got its own battery. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, nice breeze. Bit of white noise while you sleep. Reading your book. Bedtime. Oh, I'm just gonna chill for a bit. Yeah. See how well my air conditioning system works long term. I've only charged it for like 20 minutes and so far I've had it on for over 2 hours. Because it like fits perfectly on my keyboard, so I was using it on my keyboard. We're on the bridle path, which can mean only one thing: I'm concluding a video. So my original plan was to finish this video by camping in the garden in that tent, and then I realised that would be extremely lame. So instead, me and some friends are going to be camping in a forest this weekend, and I'm going to do a proper test of it there. Also, the first time I will have ever wild camped in a forest, which sounds terrifying, so I have no idea what to expect. But I thought I'd conclude this video instead by just going through the kind of pros and cons as I've seen it from that tent so far. So we'll start with the cons first. So, fiberglass poles, it's quite heavy at 3 kilograms. It's quite bulky, although it does fit in my 65-litre rucksack, it is quite bulky. There's a few quality control issues that I noticed with some of the threading. You have that annoying bit of fabric. I mean, this is super minor and nitpicky, but you have that annoying bit of fabric where the zip's jointing I'm gonna cut so that I can move the zips wherever I want. It was a bit of a faff to set up for the first time. I'm quite comfortable setting up tents and stuff, and it did feel a little bit like, what am I doing? I had to keep looking back at the instructions. I could do it now, it's very, very simple, but I assumed I'd be able to just look at it and go, oh, this is how you do it, but that wasn't the case. And it's big, it's substantially bigger than I thought, which I'm putting in the middle, because that's not really a con, is it? Like, oh no, the tent is too spacious. But Go Outdoors lists it specifically for backpacking. It's too heavy for backpacking, really. I mean, I don't mind, because I'm a gym guy, and like, you know, a heavier weight, that's fine by me. But it also doesn't really pack away very small. So how they could possibly say, oh yeah, this is good for backpacking, I don't know. But there you go. It's not an ultralight tent, but still, I'd expect it to pack away a bit smaller. I'd expect it to be a bit lighter than 3 kilograms. So the positives, as we've already said, it's massive. It feels like a mansion. It's bizarre. You go into it, you even set up from the outside, it looks a certain size. You look inside and you're like, wow, this is really roomy. You'd be able to fit 2 people in there, plus bags, easily, but you don't have to, because, point 2, the porch is incredible. The way it zips up, the windows, it's a massive bit of space. It's an extremely generous porch. You're gonna be able to cook there, you're gonna be able to chuck your equipment and your food there, your shoes there, not your food. I mean, yeah, you're gonna be able to put your food there as well, so there you go, that's fine. Point 3, as with every single OEX tent, super, super good when it comes to rain. It rained pretty much as soon as I stopped recording. My camera was back inside, but I got a little clip on my phone. It's just started raining, which is going to be an interesting test. And look, he's fit in perfectly. First time. Ignore the fact he's cleaning himself. He also read on it right there, which is brilliant. Oh, it's actually... I don't know if I should pack it away or not. I don't know if this is like a good test. Like, it's going to be waterproof. It's not a test, is it? It's going to be fine. It has cooled down a bit now. And it is nice to just hang out. This trumps all the cons. It's a £60 tent. It's a £60 tent. If you want a great tent that will easily fit 2 people, or in my case, 1 person and a dog, that's a very, very good colour. That's the other thing, the colour. The colour's really, really good. The sort of faded green, that's going to blend in really, really well. The price is everything, right? 60 quid. 60 quid I think the Jackal is its competitor. Everyone talks about the OEX Jackal. The Hyena II has quite a bad name, really. People don't really talk about it. They say, I'll get the Jackal II instead. But the Jackal II is £120 for what looks pretty much the same tent. I'm sure the quality is slightly better. I'm sure the quality control is slightly better. I'm sure it packs away better. I mean, it's slightly heavier, so there is that as well. I'm sure the poles are better, the pegs are better. But again, it's 60 quid. Do you want to, it's diminishing returns, like with everything. You get that big of a slope and then it just starts to peter out the more you spend. And if the bottom is price and the y-axis is quality. And from what I'm seeing, the Jackal II is pretty much the same tent with some higher quality parts. And I just think, is that worth another 60 quid? Is that worth twice the price? Is that really twice the tent? And I don't think it is. But the real test, like I say, will be this weekend, going to the forest for the first time, seeing how it goes then. And then we've got this big trip booked for August where we're going to be going to Snowdon. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with this tent. I'm happy with my purchase. I'm sure if I am able to continue doing this YouTube channel, I will convince my wife to let me buy more equipment and we'll do more sort of little tent reviews. But I thought it was cool to unpack it for the very first time and just give my honest thoughts there and then. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of bias because I'm excited about the tent and it's a product that I've bought. But I think I was fairly balanced and I think I've presented the good parts of it and the bad parts of it. But like I say, we'll see for sure this weekend and then next month how it really does. He's going to emerge a muddy doggy. Yeah, I can hear him splashing. You probably can't because of the microphone. Archie! Archie! Oh, he's not too bad. He is wet though. Trust Archie wherever he goes to find a bit of disgusting water. It's like he's got a radar for random bits of water. To the side of a field and he finds water. And we are turning back. Now's the bit of the video where I talk about YouTube, completely unrelated to the Hyena II tent review. So if you were just here for the tent review, that bit's over. We're going to talk about YouTube again because something very, very strange happened. I actually recorded the unpacking part of this video. He's gone in it again. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I recorded the unpacking part of this video on the same day I recorded the I lost my job video. And the reason I didn't post the unpacking or finish off the tent review is that video did like numbers. I mean, it got 2K views, which isn't like a huge amount. Bear in mind, I have a YouTube channel with videos over hundreds of thousands of views. But this is how it happens. You have one video that goes off, your other videos start to pick up as well, and you start to gain traction. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily happening here, because this channel is very anti-algorithm. Because what have I just done? I did a video talking about how I lost my job and what my plan is next, and that did really, really well. And now I'm doing a tent review. There is no overlap between people that would have been interested in one and the other. Archie's found a dead bird. Or just a bit of burned up wood. Why is that burned? If you subscribe from that video, I really appreciate it. The reason why I haven't uploaded all week is because I saw the success of that video and my mind started doing the thing it does where I went, oh, that did well. How can I make more videos like that? And then I took a step back and I thought, no, I'm not going to. That video did well because I was just being me and just, you know, sharing my thoughts on the thing that happened during the week. And what I need to do is not think about what videos will do well or poorly and just make the kind of content that I want to make, which this week is a tent review. And next week, well, this weekend rather, will be the forest wild camping video. I want to make outdoors videos, so that's all of my videos are going to be focused in that way. And all of them are going to have just me talking. There might be a central structure to them, but at the end of the day, it's going to be me sharing my thoughts and my ideas. And I think that came across in that video, and I think it comes across in this video, even if there has been a focus of this video and it's not really been a vlog sort of thing. So yeah, I wanted to share that, my thoughts on that. I don't know why that video did well. I guess the title and the thumbnail were good, but I really appreciated all the comments. One of my bosses subscribed to the channel yesterday and he hasn't mentioned it yet. I don't know if he knew that I would get an email with his name saying this person subscribed to it. Hello Charlton, if you're watching this. I went back to the video and was like, I was fine in that video, wasn't I? I was fair. And yeah, I was like, yeah, the guys are being nice, are being good to me and I get on well with them and the business is a good idea and blah, 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 blah. Fair enough. Here's what I'm doing next. Which is good. Because you never know with something like that, whether you've been like, oh, people have done this, and or even just like twisting the truth slightly to be a bit more hyperbolic to make better content. But I didn't do that, which is good. I try and avoid doing that generally. because I think if it isn't, this is about connection. This is about me talking openly and honestly. This is my digital journal, like I've already said. So with that in mind, let's talk about this channel and upcoming videos. We have the Woodlands camping video, which I'll be filming this weekend, the big camping video in Wales, which I'll be filming at some point in the future. I want to do a solo camp, ideally to the Lake District, at some point this summer. I've never done a solo wild camp before. I'm going to be camping in Brecon with a friend of mine in October, and then we're doing the whole hog race, so I might try and get like a chest strap and try and film that as well. I found another spot that I want to go wild camping, which is very, very close to me. I'm trying to think where are places I can go that are nearby, and I found a spot where you can legally wild camp, and it's on like an island that is only accessible at low tide. So that's gonna be a great video. There's like a grass patch, you can pitch up a tent, that's gonna be amazing. And then we've got a Disneyland trip booked. We're gonna be driving it. I've never driven in any country except the UK before, so that's gonna be interesting. We will of course be taking our, by then, 13-month-old baby, which is gonna be an experience. She really wanted to go Disneyland with him, and I kept saying, no, we'll wait till he's older, we'll wait till he's older. And I thought, she's done such a good job for us 3 boys this year that yeah, screw it, let's just book in Disneyland. I will obviously be recording that as well. So lots of content coming up. Lots of outdoors content, a couple of non-outdoorsy bits. But yeah. Wrapping up this video. Overall, 10, I recommend. Well, we'll see how I feel after this weekend. Video stuff, things are coming out. I'm not going to be chasing algorithms, but you know, if you enjoyed that video, you'll probably enjoy the other ones, because at the end of the day, this is just me talking into a camera, going on walks and pitching up tents. So yeah, if that's your jam, stick around. If not, unsubscribe. I know this video is going to lose me subscribers, which is crazy. I mean, I was on 30 subscribers when I recorded the last video, and now I'm on 75. So cheers. Let's get to 100 by the end of the year if we can. It's good to have goals. Right, goodbye.